Just get like one of the cheap ones, and then like as time progresses, right, and then you could start like charging probably for people to come on and stuff like that. Then you use that money as kind of an incentive to kind of buy more expensive equipment. And as time, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for real. Me and Lando were looking just on Amazon. They have like an $100 package, 2 ring lights, a green screen, bro.
Oh, the green screen? I haven't done that yet. Because I'm using the backdrop, so I have like but I can't really show it right now. My room's pretty dirty. But like the plan is like, because I have a little backdrop that's pretty dope. I have like a bunch of like little pictures of like movie posters and stuff like that. That's like one backdrop. I also have like a bunch of like figures and like like this Naruto figure and stuff like that.
Yeah, bro.
In my backyard, in my background. And just like Funko Pops and stuff like that. So that's like really kind of like what I like to do and put that in the background. It's really
That's
dope.
dope. So
Mm-hmm.
you said you had a lot of movie posters?
Yeah. A lot of
Bro,
them.
what kind of movies you looking at?
Everything. I'm like a big 1970s, like one of the Renaissance films. So like The Godfather, Godfather 2, Deer Hunter, Taxi Driver. That's a top one for me.
That's a good one. What is that movie? Deer Hunter? I've never heard of that one.
Yeah, it's with Robert De Niro. Is really, really good. He was nominated. I think he was nominated for Best Actor, and I think it was either one or is definitely nominated for Best Picture as well. It's just really, really long. It's like 3 hours long.
Damn,
it has like
bro.
some pretty dope scenes. I don't want to ruin it for you. I think it's if you like that era of movies, like The Godfather, all of that, then it's definitely something that you got to watch for sure. 100%.
So my movies, I'm a big comedy fan, but when it comes to like stuff like that, like Goodfellas, I love that movie.
Yeah, for sure. I love Goodfellas.
Fuck, I think this came out in like 99 or 94. School of Rock with Jack Black. That movie's great, dude.
I could have sworn that was like 2003. I remember.
Dude.
Because I remember it was when I was a kid. No, I'm trying to remember what they're right there. I've actually never watched School of Rock.
Oh, man. I love Jack Black, though, dude. I'm a fanboy.
Like Tenacious D and all of that?
Oh, yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Beezle Boss.
I've never gotten into Tenacious D. That was never my genre, but I do love I love Jack Black. He has like, he was gone for a little bit and then he kind of came back with
the Mario
movie. But what was the other one right before that? I was gonna say the Jungle. I was gonna say the Jungle Book. Yeah,
the Jungle Book with Jack Black, Kevin Hart.
Yeah. Exactly. Jumanji. That movie. Those movies were good too. But yeah, I like Jack Black. But those, and I love comedies too. I was into what is the genre? It was like back when I was younger. What was those movies like with Judd Apatow, like the ones with like Seth Rogen, Paul
like
Rudd.
stoner comedies, kind of.
Yes, exactly. Like Pineapple
Express, fucking This Is the End.
This Is the End is so amazing.
So fucking funny, dude.
Yo, I used to hate Danny McBride. Like not hate, but I never loved him. But then like I realized he was just a fucking genius, man. Like I started watching, I don't know, you on HBO if you ever watched Eastbound and Down, Vice Principals, The Righteous Gemstones.
I've heard of The Righteous Gemstones.
You gotta watch those 3 if you like Danny McBride, right? He was in This Is the End, and he was a bunch of like those stoner comedies. He was in Pineapple Express. And
he played the bad guy in Pineapple Express, didn't he?
Yeah, I think so. I haven't watched it in a movie in a long time, so it's like I don't even know. But yeah. That was But you got it. You have to watch those like shows if you like him. His style of comedy, he's just like he plays like sometimes. Yeah, he plays a very similar character, but because he's such a good writer, because he writes and executive produces the show and he makes the shows, it doesn't matter if he's typecast because he makes the characters. Like he makes he makes those shows, and HBO loves working with him because he's made 3 consecutive amazing shows: Eastbound and Down, Vice Principals, and then Righteous Gemstones. Vice Principals is my favorite of the 3, but they're all good. And then what's it called? And he also he's also a horror writer too. I think he wrote
really?
the new Halloween movies. They were co-written by him.
That's right. He did have a part in that. I
Yeah.
forgot about that.
Yeah. I didn't watch the last one. I still haven't. I heard it was just terrible, but he did write all
Yeah.
3 of them.
Me
That
neither.
first one, the first one that came out from the new ones, I thought was really, really good. I really liked that.
Yeah, I also like that one. My favorite Halloween movie is the Rob Zombie one. Dude, that shit's so grungy and fucking just messy, dude.
It was like, I love it because it was like different take. It was more of a realistic take, you know. You got this kid,
Right.
Yeah. You got like this kid who's like, just from like just like he was just really like, I think if I remember, bullied. He was
you can relate to him.
Yeah,
He's
exactly.
bullied. His family life fucking sucks.
Mm-hmm.
Like
exactly. Trailer park like shit, like white trash, all of that.
Yes.
It was like a very different take. I understand why people got mad because like even in the new Halloween movies, right? They like have Michael Myers, right? Kind of portrayed as this entity, right? They call him the figure because he's supposed to be unkillable like monster type, thing. Like
he of resembles a ghost rather than a serial killer that's mortal. It's like he's immortal, very much
Exactly. He's just this unkillable, not even person, but unkillable force of nature, I think is probably the best way to describe it. It's like a force of nature, which wasn't really the way that it was portrayed in the Rob Zombie movies because of his childhood, right? Like, because his childhood is like, oh, that's why he's so fucked up. It's because of that shit. But like in the Halloween movies, like you don't really find out about his childhood. He's just like a normal little kid. Like when they take off, like in the first Halloween movie, when they take off the mask, he's just this little blonde kid who just looks so normal, right? And then that's like the whole reason, because there is no reason. I didn't watch the third one. I don't know if they explain a real reason, but that's like the way that I kind of saw it from watching everything up to like the second to last new one.
Yeah, and going back on what you said about people got mad about the Rob Zombie one and how it is white trash and it is that grungy. Looks like it was filmed on a fucking flip phone camera, dude. Like, but people got mad because Rob Zombie, when he makes movies, he definitely has a type. I don't know if you've seen any other, like, what is it called now? The Three from Hell, or they all have that same feeling.
I saw The Devil's Rejects. Is that the one you're talking about?
Thank you.
Yeah, I saw that one. I did see that one.
Yes.
I never saw House of a Thousand Corpses, but I am familiar with it. Like I know of it, but I have seen Devil's Rejects.
And the
from what I remember,
Hell is the new one.
Actually. Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Is that the same trilogy?
Yeah, it goes off of the Firefly family, and I haven't seen it. I was thinking of the Devil's Rejects, but I fucking couldn't think of it. But the House of a Thousand Corpses, if I'm correct, that is Rob Zombie's first movie that he made.
Was it?
Yeah. And he made it with the same people that he kept having in his movies. It's like his sister, Rob Zombie has his sister, and then I forget and then 2 main actors that are always in the same Rob Zombie movies, except for the Halloween one.
I see a bunch of directors, they like to do that. He's like one of them. James Gunn's another one. He loves to just have the same actors over and over again.
What projects has he done? I can't think of any right now.
Well, I'll tell you the main one, Guardians of the Galaxy.
Okay, right. He's big Marvel guy. That's right.
Yeah,
that's where I knew that name.
Guardians of the Galaxy, Slither, which was a great one.
Did you see that new Guardians movie?
No, I did not. So don't ruin it.
I did not
I've
either.
been so busy. I need to go watch it. I've been kind of off the Marvel game,
Yeah.
like since I don't know. I
Endgame.
just kind
I
no.
don't know if they really
Actually, a little,
put
I was
anything out.
actually one. Oh, was that? Sorry. What'd you say?
I don't think they've really put anything out since then. That's decent. Other than Guardians that just came out. Marvel Endgame was like their last big movie, I feel like. I need to be reminded of what they've come out with, I guess.
There's like 2 movies I would think that are good that came out after, but everything else I think you're right about.
Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Did that come after Endgame? I think that was right before the Endgame.
The third,
Oh, the Quantumania. That's the
right.
one. Yeah.
Yep.
I didn't
And
watch
then
that either. I haven't watched. I stopped like right after like at She-Hulk. I gotta still finish She-Hulk.
oh man, you got farther than me.
Yeah.
Fuck, man, I couldn't. Dude, the Disney Plus shows, I don't. Loki, I've heard Loki was good.
Loki was really good. Loki was really good. I do recommend Loki. Uh, and then what were the other ones that I like? WandaVision was really good.
Oh yes, yep, that's right.
The Falcon and the Winter Soldier I liked as
Mm.
well. Hawkeye. What else? What other shows? Miss Marvel.
Did you see the movie Miss Marvel?
There's a movie Miss Marvel, or has it
Oh
come out?
yeah. No, her solo movie. I think they're making a second one.
Oh, you mean
Yep.
Captain Marvel? Is what
Oh
you're
my
talking?
god, I'm sorry. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
right.
they
Because
are
Miss
making
Marvel
yeah.
is the teenager, right? Gotcha.
So like actually it's funny, so the reason that they're making so they changed it up, right? Because it was Captain Marvel first, right? And the reception that Brie Larson, the person that plays Captain Marvel, was so bad with the fans, right? Because she's like, it's funny because she's not an Oscar winner, right? She won an Oscar for this movie, The Room, and because she's just they hated how she portrayed the character. I think because she's like so in the movie, she's like so serious and kind of full of herself, and it's like very very bland. That for the following movie, and I think this is where it's okay. I think a bunch of people made this mistake is that instead of calling it Captain Marvel, they're calling it the Marvels, and she's not the main character. She's like one of 3 main characters. It's like her, Monica Rambeau from WandaVision, and then Miss
Oh.
Marvel. But they're doing that because of the reception that Captain Marvel had and because she had it, and they don't think that Brie Larson as Captain Marvel can carry a movie as herself. So that's what they did. They were like, how do we do this? Let's stick 2 other more, I guess, charismatic actresses alongside with her to kind of be able to push it. But overall, Marvel hasn't really been doing that great. They're, ever since they like all they do is really kind of just do a lot of those. They try to like kind of do forced comedy at this point, and it's like just it's not working as well as they used to. Only like Guardians of the Galaxy could really pull it off. So now it's
Well,
like yeah,
I
so we'll see
I
what happens.
I think that they're really reaching now because I was just at the movie theater. I went and seen the new Evil Dead Rise movie.
Ooh, how was
It was
that?
all right. You know, the first 15 minutes of the movie didn't really need to exist. They kind of set up a plot that was really weird. Like you'd have to go see it. I don't want to explain it here very terribly. But like DC was making a movie called Blue Beetle.
Oh yeah,
And
yeah.
yeah, and it's like who's actually gonna go watch that, dude? No one knows who that is. Like
Yeah, the
unless
Latinos.
yeah,
I'm gonna go to the theater wearing my poncho and my sombrero and just like be like the first Latino and superhero man and just be
is
like
he
just like
Latino?
that.
Is he Latino?
Yeah, he is. George Lopez actually
Hey,
plays his uncle in the movie.
what?
Uh I'm
All right,
actually
I'll
gonna
watch
watch
it.
it, but that's because but I see what you're saying. No, he's not a known character. He's never
Right.
really been like that. But I totally get what you're trying. What you're saying. So it's like, I don't know if the movie's gonna be huge. I think the costume looks great though with the Blue Beetle.
Yeah.
But I think people are just superheroed out. So
I think that you're right. I
Hmm.
think that after, I mean, not to bring it back to Endgame, but I feel like that was the fucking big hoorah, bro. Like
That was the
that was the
pinnacle. Yeah.
highest grossing movie of that year. It was the highest grossing movie of all time until the fucking second Avatar came out.
Oh, really? I don't know how
Yeah.
he does that. James Cameron. Every time he puts out a movie, it just becomes the highest
Banger.
grossing. Yeah.
I mean, was he
Yeah.
the same guy that directed all 4 Avengers movies?
Who?
James Cameron.
No, 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 no. Who
He didn't
directed
direct them
it?
movies, did he?
No, no,
James
no.
Cameron, what did Avatar?
He did Avatar, Avatar 2. I think before Avatar, he did Titanic. And
That's
then
right. He fucking did make Titanic. Holy shit.
and then
Oh, the Russo brothers.
yeah, the Russo brothers, I think, directed Endgame and Infinity War, but Josh Whedon directed the Avengers and Avengers Age of Ultron, if I remember. And then they Josh Whedon also did the Justice League when they cut it down, like not the
Mm,
Snyder cut, like because it was too. You ever seen the Snyder cut where the Justice
no.
League is really good? I recommend it.
So which one actually came out in theaters? What does that mean? The different cuts of it.
Oh, okay. So the regular cut is the one that was in theaters that didn't do well was the Justice League. So that was like I don't know how long it was, but it was cut down substantially because the Snyder cut is like probably like 3.5, like 3.5, 4 hours long, right?
Holy shit.
Yeah, and it has so much stuff, and it's like when you watch it, you gotta watch it like it's a mini series, not like a movie. And because of that, it's just so freaking long that that it added so many parts. But the Josh Whedon version cut out so many parts, and they also added a lot of stuff. Like you know how in Marvel they have like those little jokes that they insert, right?
Yeah,
Like
those
at
witty.
the little quips, yeah, yeah. So at
Yeah,
the end
yeah.
of like, yeah, someone will say something, and then like someone will say, like someone will be
Comic
serious.
relief.
Yeah, exactly. But like in Marvel, what part of the problem with Marvel is that they try to insert that into every scene at this point. I saw it at its worst in like the new Thor movie,
Oh
where
my gosh.
and every freaking scene they try to take the best parts of Ragnarok and try to put it into the forefront. It was just too much. But anyway, back to like the Justice League, they were
Yeah.
what ended up happening was that what's it called? So they hired Josh Whedon because they were like, we can't work. Like Warner Brothers was like, we can't work with like all of this. This is too much. We got to cut it down. So we'll bring in Josh Whedon because he directed the Avatar. I mean, the not the Avatar, the Avengers movies, the first two. So he could do something. So they put him in. And then he like added like a few like little comic relief scenes that people didn't like, changed like a few of the things around, and made it a much shorter movie. People hated it. It was really bad. Then the Snyder cut came out like a few years later because DC fanboys were like on top of Warner Brothers being like, we want the Snyder cut. We want the Snyder cut. And so, yeah. And so then Warner Brothers was like, okay, chill. Okay, we'll bring it out. So they hired,
Chill
they,
out.
they hire Snyder back. I think he had to film maybe one or two things, but it was like so much longer and it was so much more cohesive because it was like the pacing wasn't bad. It was just a really long movie, but I thought it really worked and I thought it was just so much better. So they added like a lot to the point where it's like a totally different movie than the Josh Whedon cut.
So I guess my question is because I haven't seen that movie. Does it seem like they're trying to set up a bigger plot? Maybe they're trying to bring in some other characters because the main ones in Justice League are Cyborg, or this is a different. Wait,
No.
yeah, isn't Cyborg in it?
Yeah. Yeah, he's in it.
Yeah. What other characters are in it? Justice League, Wonder Woman,
Wonder Woman, Flash, Aquaman.
Flash, right? Right. Do you think they're trying to set up a bigger movie for maybe a Justice League fucking did they come out with the second one?
No, they never did. Unfortunately, they're trying to cut that. They're trying to separate it. So you know how the Flash is coming out? I think it
Yeah.
comes out in a few weeks. So what they're
Oh,
doing is like, so in the Flash is like in the comics it's called the Flashpoint paradox. So he goes back in time or something and changes
mhm.
like history because he just, it's like the butterfly effect. You change one thing and then everything changes in the future. So they're kind of trying to do that, and I think with that they're going to try to reset the whole universe cuz James Gunn, who like directed Guardians of the Galaxy, bringing it back to him,
Yeah.
he's now in charge of DC, like the creative side for the movies going forward.
No
So
shit.
they're resetting pretty much everything. I think they may. I don't know if they're gonna get a new Flash, but it looks like after this movie they'll probably get a new Flash. Like if I, because like the guy who plays the Flash.
What's his name?
Uh,
He's getting into some trouble, eh?
yeah, yeah, Ezra Miller. So like,
Holy shit,
and,
man. You can't
and it
hit
was,
people.
yeah, man, dude, yo, yeah, it's crazy what he did. But Warner Brothers was like, oh, dude, it's like, yo, this, like, there's just too much, like, he's in too much of the movie for us to remake it, and it's too expensive. So what
Right?
I think, what they may do, and like, don't quote me on this, but like, if I was Warner Brothers, I'd be like, how can I fix this with making, like, bring in a new Flash, but also like make it make sense so we don't have like a Johnny Depp
What?
situation where like in the Harry Potter, not the Harry Potter movies, but the well, in the Harry Potter series, a new one where they had to switch his character with Mads Mikkelsen because of all the stuff that was going on with Johnny Depp, and it just doesn't, it's just a new person playing the character. So how do we do that for it to make actual sense? The only thing I could think of is that, so in the movie, if he goes back in the past and changes stuff, right, and then kind of comes back into the future, or like changes other stuff in the past and does things and realizes that he wakes up and he looks a little different, there you can insert a new Flash. I don't think they're gonna do that, but that's the only
Oh,
way that
that'd
I
be a
could
good
kind of say.
idea.
Like they go, because he goes back to the present. He's like, something's different, and then he like looks in the mirror and he's like, oh my god, I'm like, I look different, and then bye bye Ezra Miller, and then like we got the new Flash right there.
It's
That's the only.
fucking Joe Rogan. Holy shit, we got him, man. No, but so the same thing for the Flash. Like, how many times have they changed out Batman? Dude, people were pissed at this new Batman movie, but it was pretty good.
With
Who
the new
put,
bat. Oh yeah, Robert Pattinson. I totally
yeah,
forgot about that.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh
They
my
just did
god.
did that like fucking
So yeah, it was like a year. Like, was it a year
that
ago?
was
2 years ago?
jarring when that came out in trailers and people knew. What the fuck? He's a
Oh,
vampire.
I was like, I ever since, when I was a kid and I saw like Heath Ledger, and like everybody was like in like up in arms, like we don't want Heath Ledger as, the Batman, or I mean
Oh
as
yeah.
a Joker. And ever since then I was just, and then he came and he just absolutely destroyed that performance to the point where like for a long time nobody wanted to touch it. That
Right.
I just like give people the benefit of the doubt until they come in and they kind of show. Even like when Jared Leto came in with his Joker for the Suicide Squad, and
Right.
like, and then I gave him a chance. Of course, he fucked that up, but like I still gave him a chance until he came out. And the same thing goes for same thing went for Robert Pattinson. I was like, okay, I'll give this guy a chance, and he actually did a really good job. He played, in my opinion, he played a really, really good Batman.
He played a really dark Batman. I mean, this is I think the darkest Batman that's been released, but I don't know. Dark Knight was pretty.
I think you're right. I think it was the darkest. I
There
just
was
didn't like
some
his Bruce Wayne. His Bruce Wayne looked like a little goth kid who's
right,
like he's like with his hair down and like, like, he looked emo. I was like,
right.
what? Like,
Bruce
but
Wayne's
the
supposed to be fucking yeah.
yeah, I think Bruce Wayne. I think probably Christian Bale played the best Bruce Wayne. Robert
Yeah, I'd agree
Pattinson
to that.
maybe the best Batman. He just kind of looks like how Bruce Wayne should look like a multi-billionaire kind of playboy
Yeah,
type deal. Like
I
Robert
definitely think he
Pattinson,
fucking did the best.
you know. Yeah, I think so. As Bruce Wayne, as Batman,
Hmm.
there's always like it's up in the air. I think definitely I think maybe Robert Pattinson did a really good job, very aggressive, and stuff like that. I think it'll change. I think his Bruce Wayne will change as time goes on because he is a young Batman. I know that Bruce Wayne was also a young one, so it's like kind of like he was actually probably in Batman Begins younger, like in regards to like how long he had been as Batman than Pattinson's Batman, because in the Batman with Robert Pattinson, I think it was he was in his second year as Batman. And then in Batman Begins, he literally before he's Batman, and then he's after he's Batman. But yeah, so we'll see what ends up happening. Maybe he grows into like, that playboy type Bruce Wayne, but I'm not sure. I don't know how they're gonna play it out.
Woo! All right, that completes this segment called movie reviews.
That's what. Yeah.
Zenodro and YV. That was dope. All right, now I want to talk to you about some of this music, bro.
Oh, what
because
about it?
you got like this Spanish, like there's hints of Spanish ethnicity. Where does that come from? What ethnicity are you?
I'm Colombian, actually.
All right.
So both my parents are Colombian. I was born here though,
Right.
I was born in New York, moved out to Jersey when I was just a little, kid, probably like in 6th grade and stuff. And then, been in Jersey ever since.
So what, growing up like in New York till 6th grade, going to school in New York, were you in the city of New York or outside of it?
I was in the city. I was in Queens. I lived in Queens.
Hey, dude.
Yeah.
I always thought that would be so dope because I grew up in a fucking cornfield, bro, middle of nowhere. So I always thought the city would be so dope.
I like where I live now actually a little bit better. It's like kind of the best of both worlds, because although I'm in the suburbs now, it's like it's like, because I live so close to the city. I'm like probably without traffic, probably like 45, 50 minutes to maybe an hour from Manhattan. So it's
No
really not
way.
that far. Yeah, yeah. And I could take the bus there anytime that I want. Takes me directly into Port Authority, which is right in Manhattan. So it's like, I never really missed out. I kind of like that aspect of it better because I get the best of both worlds, right? Because like the reason I don't love the city is just I don't like I like to drive and stuff. Like I don't want, parking is much easier in Jersey. In the city
Yeah.
is just so fucking hard, especially like so in Manhattan, right? Manhattan, you're not gonna find parking, and freaking parking garages are like is really expensive. And then in Queens and Brooklyn, it's just hard to find it, and it's just parallel parking, and I hate parallel parking. I'm terrible at that.
So did you walk to school?
When I was in New York, no, we had so I went to like a private school when I was a kid, like a Catholic school. So we had like a bus driver take us to school. We weren't that close, super close, but so we went there. And then when we came here, we just took the bus.
Graduated from what high school in New Jersey?
So in Jersey, I graduated from Marlboro High School.
Oh shit. Is that
Yeah,
what it's really called? Marlboro? Like the
yeah,
cigarette?
I like the cigarettes. Yeah.
Spelled the same way.
I think it
Bro.
is. Yeah, 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 yeah. It is. It is. It is.
Oh,
It
I need to
is.
turn back time and go to the place I belong. No.
Oh
I don't smoke cigarettes, but I have. A drunk dart doesn't count.
yeah, no. It doesn't count when you're drunk. No, not at all. When you bum a cigarette off, it's like, yo, yeah, when you're like
Right.
fucked up.
Dude,
Yeah, it definitely
shake
does
their
not count.
hand, be like, I'm your friend now. You gotta chill, man. Thank you.
Yeah, exactly.
So, what year did you graduate?
What year? I'm old, bro. 2000.
Wait, let me guess. 2000.
From high school.
2000.
You're not gonna guess.
2015.
I wish.
What?
I know. 2010.
11 years.
I'm old. I have a young soul.
No,
No,
what
but
am I
for real.
talking about? 13 years.
Yeah, bro. It's been a while. It's been a minute. And then
Dude, well, let me just say, you look really good for your age, because I was guessing like you were 25, bro. But I am super bad at telling people's ages, because I look so young. How old do you think I am?
21, 22.
Ooh, I am 21. I'm turning
Ah,
22. That was good.
dope. Yeah. I kind of did it because I was like thinking, okay, look, he's friends with Lando. Lando's 22,
Yeah, that's
right?
true.
And then I was like, that's
Gotta
so
be
I
moved
cheated.
out of
I
my
cheated a
parents'
little
house.
bit. I
Right.
cheated a little bit. So like, yeah.
That's
So like,
fair.
I was like, yeah. But yeah,
How,
dude. I feel like, yeah.
how
So
old were you when you started making music?
so like making music, right? I like always like kind of dabbled in it, like, but I never like really actually started to like perfect it until like probably a year and a half, 2 years ago. Where I actually started to kind of like really kind of listen and seeing how like I can make it better, just improving it. Like, so now I'm like, so really I would say like a year, 2 years. Like prior to that, like all my shit was like just kind of trash. It's just me like having fun, in a
Right.
way. But me not really, or not really trying. It's like a good analogy would probably be like, because I used to do Muay Thai and a little jujitsu, right? It's like, someone going to Muay Thai, right? And or let's say I'm probably better the jujitsu, but only going like once every 2 weeks. You're not gonna get better at all. Like,
Right.
some things,
I get that.
right? Like a little bit, right? You could probably hold yourself on a beat. It's not going to sound good like at all. Like it's going to, you know what I mean? It's going to sound like, like, oh, okay, you could hear the metronome or you could hear like the beat. You're not off beat, but no one's going to listen to it because it doesn't sound intriguing. It doesn't grab the listener. So now I would say like going back to that analogy, I would say it's like, now doing it like 4 or 5 times a week. So now I'm actually seeing substantial progress that stays with you, right? Because if you
Right.
only do something once every 2 weeks or something like that, or once every month, you're gonna forget a lot of stuff, right? It's like you got to reteach yourself stuff and then teach yourself like maybe a little new things. But if you're like consistently doing it and improving yourself
Yeah.
little by little, and that is like something that I kind of have really been trying to grasp, and I have been doing it because like right now I just finishing my first phase. These are all songs that I created back in September. So this new song that just came out, "Villain,"
Yes,
is
bro. That shit's dope.
oh, thank you, I appreciate that,
Everybody
man.
go stream Villain. Fucking seriously right now, dude. He spits on this shit.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
How long did it
And
take you to write this?
I don't remember. I think I wrote it pretty quickly. It was because I wrote it back in like August, September. And one of the things that like I learned, I'm like using like what I didn't do as well is like now that I'm taking what I learned, what I didn't do, and I could have made stuff that is better from Villain. Like, I'm trying to improve things like my breath control, which I have now in phase 2. It's much better than you'll see like in Villain, and also like much better punchlines, much better enunciation, much better because like this new arc that's coming out after this mixtape. I have a mixtape coming out in a few weeks. Uh it's gonna be like much more about everything that I learned from phase 1 and like what I did wrong.
So
So
on
not to say that Villain is a bad song. It's not. It's far from it. But I'm like, I just like, I'm always looking into the future and I'm always trying to improve. So it's like, okay, what could I have done better? So like, but yeah, so I have the Villain and then I have the new mixtape coming out, which is called like End of Arc 1, which is with like
let's
unreleased songs. Yeah. I know I'm
let's
all over the
play,
place.
dude. No, you're good, bro. This is what we're here for. Let's play a game really quick. I'm gonna have you guess. I have a couple of song lyrics, okay? And I want you to guess what song of yours they came from.
Oh, okay. All right, let's do it. Yeah.
All right.
Let me see if I remember.
Got the Omnitrix on me like I'm Ben Tennyson.
Oh, Trainwreck.
Yeah. Okay. Got the hunger in me like Katniss Everdeen.
That's Villain for sure. I've been listening to that, like trying to remember the lyrics, so I definitely know
Bro,
that's Villain.
when I
Because I need
heard
to
that
play.
shit, ah, fuck.
I
I'm a big fan of those Hunger Game books. I'm not gonna lie.
love that. I knew there's a new movie coming out, right?
What?
Yeah, it's like a prequel, like that takes place like when that guy Snow, you know Snow, right? The bad guy, when he's like
Yeah.
young, like how he comes to power. I think.
Oh, so it's not even gonna be about the games?
I think it is going to be about the games. Like it's like like it's the 10th games or something, or it's like one of the first few games, or
They're
you
gonna
know.
fuck it up
We'll see. I don't know. I do like the way it ended. Um, you know,
because they're gonna try and make it about the character. Okay, it's like having the Cars franchise, right? But then they started making a bunch of Tow Mater series. Why is this happening? That's such a weird comparison. And if you know, you know.
it's because of the
Or like,
toys.
or like how Despicable Me and Illumination made Minions their whole brand.
Oh my
I see
god.
this happen a lot in the movies and stuff where they'll take one popular character or a character that is easily, let's just fucking make a spinoff about this side character. We're here for the killing and the games, dude. We want to see the death, dude. Like, and the survival. That's what's so thrilling about those movies is it's like, why couldn't this happen? Dropped it in a dome. Now I got to survive the elements and fucking these other kooks are trying to kill me right now.
Yeah, no, I haven't watched those movies in a while, but like, yeah, no, dude. But that thing you
Me
said that
neither.
was pretty interesting with the characters. I like realized that too a while back. So like, I remember one of the things I was like, "Yo, bro," like it was like back like probably a decade ago or something like that. I remember I was like, "Why are they keeping like making? Why do they keep making Cars movies? Like, it's literally the worst reviewed of all the Disney Pixar movies." And then like I read up on it, and then it was like, you know what it was? Can you guess why like they did it?
Because of Mater?
But like no, but like on a bit in a business sense, no, for real, for real.
Um,
Why do you think they would do that? If you were Disney, you're like, we got to make more Cars movies. Why?
to push
Ooh, yeah. Push what?
vehicles.
Close. The toys. The toys though, bro. It's the
Yeah, the
toys.
toys.
They made
Yeah,
so
that's
much
true.
money on the toys that they were like, yo, we gotta push these movies. Even though they were so like they weren't bad, but they were just average. Like
Dude,
when
the
you
first
have
Cars movie was good. Hey, Pixar, Disney, stop, bro.
mm,
We didn't need 2, although it was all right. We certainly didn't need 3.
yeah, dude, I can't
I
believe
get
they made a
heated about
3.
this kind of shit. Sorry.
It
Yeah.
took like freaking Disney to make like Toy Story 3 like what? Like it came out in 2010. So like I think the Toy Story 1 came out in like 92, 93, 94. It took them like 20 almost 20 years to make Toy Story 3, and then they made Cars 3 in like the span of like 4 or 5 years. Like it's like
Uh, why are we still coming out with Toy Story movies?
oh my
Why?
god, should have ended that
Why
year.
is iCarly back on the air, but they're adults and they swear sometimes? Literally, what is going on? You know what it is? You know what it is, don't you?
Running out of
Zenodro, you know what it
ideas.
that fucking money, baby. That
Yeah.
cheddar.
They
Fuck
run
it.
out of
If
the
we literally, yes, what you're about to say. They run out of ideas. Let's look back on the past. Oh, that was a fucking hit TV show. And we
yes.
can't bring Drake and Josh back because Drake touched a kid. Okay? And we can't fucking bring him back. Sorry.
It's true though.
Sorry.
It is
Drake Bell.
true.
I'm sorry, bro. Maybe next year.
Yo, he goes by Drake
iCarly it is.
You know, wait, yo, you know he goes by Drake Companion now. He's big in like Mexico apparently.
What?
Yeah, look it up. Let me see. I'm gonna look it up right now. I'm about like, let me see.
That's funny as hell. He left. He said, I gotta go.
Companion. Let me see. Where is it? Yeah, Drake
Holy
is still. Yeah, he has a song. Juego Lento that was in like in Spanish and stuff like that. But like, oh my, and he does like really, really, really well. and I think
Really?
in
It's good?
Mexico and stuff.
Is it good
I
music? You haven't listened?
he's never been bad, but he's never had that like thing that really like grabs. But it's also that music I don't really love. So
Yeah, I'm not gonna listen to it. Before we get too off topic here, let me bring you back to this
oh yeah.
single right here. And also before we get to that, the album covers. So your latest, I mean, 4 tracks. This shit's hard, bro. This is what I'm trying to do. Have a theme on your Spotify.
Mm-hmm. For
Is
sure.
there who were these done by and what is the meaning behind that?
So it was done. I gotta remember who it was done by, but I got it freelanced. But I had the idea. So the idea is a continuation of my like little mixtape that I had done like a little while back, where pretty much like me against the world type of idea. Uh, so it has me, and then it has my cat. Um, and
Nice.
yeah, and so um,
What's the cat's name?
Maria.
Oh.
some people are like, some people always like get like heated. They're like, why would you name it like a human name? I'm like, fuck, why not? Who gives a fuck? Like, but like,
His
so,
cat's name's something fucking stupid like Snowball or some shit like
oh
that. Some basic shit.
yeah,
What's your cat's name?
exactly.
Fluffy. Wow, how fucking original can you get,
Exactly.
Garrett? You dumbass.
Yo, I had my aunt. She used to have a dog, a Jack Russell Terrier, and named him Jack. I like,
Bro, nice.
yeah.
Wait, you said that was your aunt?
Yeah, it was my hand. But
What?
like,
Wait. Was it an ant? Let me guess. Is it a basic ant name? Like, is it an easy,
like
or
what
is
my
it something
aunt's name?
obscure?
Oh
Yeah,
my, yeah, Nancy. And my aunt Nancy.
Nancy.
Shout out to my tia,
I do.
to my tia
I have
Nancy.
an Aunt Nancy. That's fucking
My
great.
tia
Oh,
Nancy.
so this song, Unstoppable,
Yes,
bro. These, I mean, everybody snaps on this song. Samuel Vincent.
love Sam. Shout out to Sam. Love him.
Dude,
Yeah.
shout out to Sam, who I don't mean to bring him into this, but like, he's talented. How'd you meet him?
Oh, we went to high school together, dude. He's super fucking talented, bro. Like,
Dude,
he is
he
really,
literally
really,
sounds
really
like
talented. Yeah.
I would have never guessed that he's like your age, bro. He sounds
Yeah.
just that gruff, bro.
Dude, he's really, really good. He has bars for fucking days. And
Yeah.
What's even better is that he's so easy to work with. Like, he's like he takes like, any like constructive criticism like really well, which I never have had to give him. Thank God, because he's just so good. But
Right.
like he's just so easy to talk to, right? And, if we bounce ideas, I never felt like I have to walk on eggshells because like, some people have like fragile egos, unfortunately. So you have to watch what you kind of say because, you can't really give constructive criticism because any criticism to a person, certain people, right, could be like considered like some sort of like
dude.
attack on their, when you don't mean it like that. You don't like
No,
try.
if I try to help you and you take it as like, dude, shut the fuck up. You don't know you're okay. Then do you. Or I just won't. I guess it depends. Because if I'm hopping on somebody's song and they want it done a certain way, that's different. But if it's my song and I'm like, I do not fuck the way you're doing that.
Exactly.
Then you got to kind of respect that. But that's good, dude. That's hard.
Yeah, I love that,
find.
doing that. And with me, even like with me, and I always tell people this, but I don't think they tend to believe me. They think I'm just like talking out my ass. I always say, like, even for my songs, like, bro, if you like see something and you're like, something's off with that, like, bro, like, be real. Like, I understand, like, like I just like kind of want to improve. I don't want to be surrounded by like
yes, man.
Yes, exactly. I was just like watching this thing the other day where Eminem or no, it was Just Blaze. Just Blaze was talking about, it was a TikTok I saw with Just Blaze. He's like a producer. He's talking about working with Eminem, right? I don't know what song specifically, but like he was like saying like when he was working with M, it was the first time he was working with him. He was like, "Yo, bro, like I'm just gonna be like keep it 100 with you, like, yo, can like yo on this verse, like on the second verse, you're like kind of like being, I don't know the song he was talking about. He didn't mention the actual song, but he's like, on the first, bro, like you're kind of like a little off topic. And then in the first verse, like your flow is like not, there's something off about it. And then Eminem literally turns around. He said it. He's like, okay, whatever. Yeah, I don't hear that. Yeah, that's no, bro. I don't know what you're talking about. No, we're gonna keep it as is. Then like literally 2 days later, like, cause like Just Blaze is like, fuck, why did I say that? Like why did I have to open my fucking mouth? I should have just kept it shut and just kept it as is. 2 days later, Eminem calls him and is like, yo, bro, like, what the fuck? Like, you were so right. Like, yo, the second verse and the first verse, like with the flow and then like the content, like you were so totally right. I should have just kept, I should have just listened to you. You knew exactly what you were talking. Like, how did you do that? We need more people like Just Blaze to like just tell it how it is, especially like as you get further and further in, people just become more like yes men, and then they don't hear it. And that's how people, I don't want to say that's the whole reason people fall off, but like if you're not willing to kind of grow and take the constructive criticism, no matter how big you get, you're never going to be able to grow as an artist. So that's why like I try to keep like the same people like around where I like, they could tell me like, yo, bro, like, yo, this sounds like trash. Just like scrape it or change this, or at least like change this part. Maybe you got to come in with a little bit more energy, because I could feel like you could deliver it better. So like with me and like my engineer, shout out to Sir Nicholas, Dead Zone Recordings. He's amazing. He always tells me 100. He keeps it 100. He's like, he tells me how it is. And it's like, yo, bro, you could hit it harder. Let's go again. Let's go back into the booth. Just do it.
Dude, I have a producer named Nick.
All right.
Yeah,
it's a common
dude.
name. Yeah. They're just born with headphones. They're just like,
Dude.
yeah, we got a little fucking like beat machines when they come out of the womb and just ready to ready to produce.
Dude.
Yeah.
On a fucking keyboard, straight to the board.
Exactly.
Make it blue 808s. Check them.
Mm-hmm.
That's great, bro. You're right. That song Unstoppable is fucking unique, and the beat's really unique.
Yeah.
So he makes, Sir Nicholas makes all these beats?
No. Sir Nicholas did make Unstoppable though. He did make that.
Cool.
Yeah. He he made the beat. He engineered it as well. And then, Sam of course did his thing.
For sure, bro. So what kind of studio setup you working with? You go in the actual studio?
Yeah, I go to his studio, Dead Zone Recordings, where Sir Nicholas is at. So I go there. I also have like a little studio too, but I'm not really good at the engineering part, so I got to kind of work on that and stuff like that.
What program do you use? FL?
No, I actually don't, because like I just use like basic GarageBand, because I don't put any plugins on my shit, because I'll send that to a third party engineer. I was like, what is he doing? I was like, I know. I hate telling. It's like when telling people my age, I'm like hesitant. I'm like, fuck, I don't want to say. It's like, fuck, he asked me what program I'm using. I'm gonna say GarageBand like a total loser.
I've heard some great music made on GarageBand, dude. Beats and vocals, actually. If you do it right.
Yeah. But see, like, I don't use like, if I would understand if like I had the plugin, if I needed the plugins and stuff like that, but I don't like do that. Like, I just like, I will send it to like Nick, like raw, and like he'll like add all that stuff on his programs and stuff, because I have a good microphone and I have a good,
Dude, what are you recording on for your camera? Dude, my camera's dog shit.
Oh no, yeah. My camera's just a Mac. I think I'm like I told you, right? Like I'm gonna start like with my podcast, Reviews and Brews with Dan. We're just I think we have an episode in like half an hour too. You gotta get on that, bro. You gotta come on.
Wait, you guys gonna StreamYard it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Send me an invite. I'll come on.
Oh, you want to come on tonight? If you want to come on. Yeah, for sure, bro. Actually, let me if you have a few minutes
after this we'll
Oh
talk
yeah,
about it.
for sure. We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it
But
for sure.
yeah, we got fucking 10 minutes left, and that's an hour. But why? What is the So you said the first and second, like, how'd you put it
First and second.
for your music, like the segments?
Oh, the arcs. Yeah. Right. Is that what you're
Yeah,
talking about?
yeah,
So
yeah,
like,
yeah.
so the arc one is like ends with Villain, which is the new song that I have out. So that all the songs are recorded on and before September of last year. So then after that is like a lot of phase 2 and stuff like that. I took a little break because I was like doing school shit and all of that. But like phase 2 is me like kind of just like working towards like really improving like certain aspects, much more energy, much more, doing a lot of, concentrating on the lyrics and much more punchlines, while also there's this thing where I think it's like, it's really hard to do, and I've only seen a few rappers be able to do it, is maintain that lyrical integrity while also not making it sound boring and catchy. I've
Right.
only seen like someone like maybe Kendrick Lamar try to do it really well. But anyway, so that's like arc 2 is like me trying to like more improve that and also get into new music like drill. I have some drill songs that I've been working on which I've never done before. More auto tune. Definitely keep with the Sam Vince. Sam is going to be on some 2 songs, and then but yeah, things like that like boom bap, some trap. I had like a trap song with Lando. And then but that's like phase 2. So the end of phase 1, I have songs that I never released that I thought were like they're good, but I was like I didn't think like I would put them out as singles. So I was like, let me just like kind of put that as in a mixtape because I did this last minute, not last minute, but I was like thinking of it like during like when I was releasing my last track, Trainwreck. I was like, oh, okay, I'm gonna put these things on a mixtape and then add some like I did a remix to All I Ever Wanted with Brian Xavier and Hogs, which is gonna be really dope. Which was my first song that I had released last year. And then I have like a few other songs, like some old songs, like probably Villain and Venaki would and I'll have those songs on there. And then I have like a few new songs which I added. So kind of like songs that I had already worked on last year. So these are like kind of the same style in a way, like during September and stuff. So I have those songs on it too. So that's just to kind of emphasize the end of the arc of like that because I love anime and that's why I call the end of arc one.
Okay.
So
Is that from an anime? I haven't seen anime.
no,
You
it's not. It's just like because like the way that it's like seasons, right? You talk about seasons.
Mm-hmm.
You talk about like arcs. It's kind of like like there's like little stories, right, within the bigger story. Like, certain chapters make that arc. Like you ever seen Dragon Ball Z?
No.
You never saw Dragon Ball Z or any of that?
Bro, I listen, when that came out, I was like, dude, I was just so uninterested in it. It looks so weird. Pokemon, like, because look, all the weird kids out, which fuck me, egg on my face, because Pokemon cards go for millions of dollars now, apparently.
Yeah,
And
apparently.
the fucking weirdo kids were playing Pokemon. I was like, what a bunch of fucking dumbasses. Well, guess what? Fucking 10 years later, they can say fuck you, you know?
I know exactly what you mean. I remember when I was a kid.
Fuck! I
Oh
knew
my
I should have
God.
invested into that shit.
Yo, I was a kid. Yo, my mom. I don't know why Latino people do this, but like, they'll like take like all your old shit, right? They'd be like, "Oh, you don't need this Nintendo anymore. You don't need this PlayStation," and then they ship it off to Colombia. And you go, or
What?
like, they go, "Yeah, they ship it off to my like to my family over there and stuff like that." And they'll like do that.
So you still have family in Colombia?
Well, on my dad's side, yeah,
You've been over there?
yeah, I've been Bogota. Yeah, it's the capital.
Oh, snap. Dude, I just went to Sweden.
Dude, I've always wanted to go to Sweden.
Yeah.
It's funny. Every time I market my music, like when I've done like Facebook ads, like I'll do like all the English speaking countries, but then on top of that, the first country I pick is like those like Nordic countries like Sweden, Denmark. I just like kind of want to push my music there.
Yeah, bro, they fucking party, bro, every
Yeah.
night. They don't stop.
And the women are just
Damn.
they're so
Oh,
gorgeous.
dude.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, I fell in love in the club like 6 times, bro. Actually, we got to save it for another day because, like, if we want to go in, bro, it was an amazing time. I would highly. And the hostel was like 1,700 sec, which is their money. So, like, $170 a night for the week. Looking at fucking about $600, $700.
For a hostel?
Yeah. 4 beds. Me,
Whoa. Yeah.
me, and two. No, it was me, my brother, and 2 of my friends. Fucking did the 7-hour plane ride. Dude, I was fucking hammered. They were serving free Jack and Cokes. Like
Mm-hmm.
I said, I was watching Jack Black, School of Rock on the TV airplane, looking out the window and thinking, there's a fucking giant ocean underneath us. I really need another drink.
I
That
remember
shit
that
was scary.
when I went to London. Yeah, I remember. I was like, "Damn, we're like driving, like we're flying to the across the." I was gonna say the
Atlantic.
Pacific. I was gonna say the Pacific.
It is
Yeah,
the
the Atlantic.
Atlantic. Is
It is
it?
the Atlantic. Yeah, it is
Okay.
the Atlantic. Yeah,
I don't
yeah,
fucking know, dude. Good guess. Good guess.
yeah. Mm-hmm. But how is wait? How long's the plane ride from you?
From Detroit to Paris. Well, okay. It was in total, it was probably 7.5. No. Yeah. Probably 7.5 hours.
That's not
Okay.
bad.
So to get to Paris, fuck, bro. I might be completely lying to you. To get to Paris, I swear it was like, no, it was like 13 hours.
Ooh.
Yeah. It took like 7 hours to get across the Atlantic. I was fucking scared the whole time, dude. That was trippy. I was like, I am literally up in the sky right now, 30,000 feet. I could not shake that feeling that I was about to just. Dude got up to go to the bathroom. He's standing there waiting for in the line to go to the bathroom. Fucking passes out, cracks his head off one of the seats, starts throwing up on the ground.
What?
This is my first time on an airplane ever in my life. I'm about 8 Jack and Cokes deep, and I am fucking freaking out on this flight, dude. I'm like, is this dude having a seizure right now? What's the protocol on this? They were on it, though, right away. Got his ass up, put him in the back, cleaned up that puke, said, night-night, everybody. Turned off the lights like it never happened, dude.
Oh my god.
Never heard from that dude again until we got to the airport, and I seen his ass covered in puke. Oh, that was a long flight for that dude.
Oh yeah, I can only
I still pray for
imagine.
him, dude. I actually still pray for him. That's terrible. But shit, man, everybody go stream Zenodro on all platforms, YouTube, Apple Music, Spotify, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, StreamYard,
Tumblr.
Pornhub,
Porno.
what other at? No, not that last one.
4chan.
But dude, you want anything you wanna? Yeah, 4chan, Reddit, anything you want to plug and
well, I have the
get out there to the people.
Yeah, so I have the mixtape coming out. I don't have a date for it yet, but it'll be just like, end of Arc 1, getting ready for Arc 2 coming out. We had a bunch of stuff. I have, songs with Oro, a song with Lando, in Arc 2. On the mixtape, I'm gonna have songs with Hoax, Brian Xavier, DMG, and Turo, and Samuel Vincent, of course, is on gonna join me on a new song. And yeah, so look out for that. And then also, I got with my friend Damage. We have our podcast, Reviews and Brews.
Which we're about to do. It's gonna be epic as fuck. Go tune in.
Yeah. So that's gonna be dope. But yeah, that's it. So check that out. And then also I got my merch too.
Oh yes, plug the merch, bro. Where can you get it?
Yeah, it's on my link tree. If like go on Instagram at Zenodro 1992, you could go in the link tree. It'll show like the official merchandise store. Once you click on that and just go through that, and you'll find it. I got a bunch of stuff. Like I worked with some people, and I'll start adding stuff more stuff in the future. But like I worked with like several creators to kind of come up with like some good content for that.
All right, cool. And go to fucking studio814.net. Get that YV Dean merch. Coupon code no love.
No
The
love.
E at the end of love is a 3. Don't fuck it up. Run this back if you need to hear it again. Zenodro, thank you so much for coming on Diving Deep, seriously. And we're going to the next one, bro. I'll see you soon.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Yes, sir. Peace.
See you.